Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, folks of all ages, all sizes, and everybody in between. I hope you're all doing wonderful today and taking amazing care of yourselves. We are going to be hopping right into a stream here in just a couple short seconds. We have just been baited ever so slightly by our own streaming service, which, haha, I guess. It's not actually that funny, all things considered. It is actually quite annoying, unfortunately. But that being said, we're going to get right into it, and I'm just going to get these links posted as they need to be, because guess what? Even now, I need to make sure links are posted when we're going live. So, that being said, I hope you're doing wonderful tonight. I hope you're taking great care of yourselves, and I hope you're ready to see a little bit of some Elden Ring in the middle of your afternoon, and we are actually going to be doing a little bit of practice here for a no-hit run in the potential future. We have completed a no-death run in the past, and I am curious to see if we can at least get one of these no-hit runs out, potentially, maybe, possibly. We'll have to see about that, though. But that being said, sit down, get comfy, get yourself something nice to drink, blah, 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 all that magical shit. And yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? So, ideally, I would technically start off as a bandit, because Arcane is important. That being said, though, unfortunately, I would have to say, the bandit's kind of cringe. It's a little bit of a weak class, so may not do that. We'll see about that. Hey, Starburst, how you doing today, bud? It's great seeing you. Hope you're doing wonderful. We're starting early today because I actually have plans later today, and I wanted to make sure I could stream for you folks. But I also wanted to make sure we could get something done. But I also wanted to make sure I could stream for you folks. As you can see, it's a time loop. It really, really is. Fuck it, I'm going to start Bandit. Why not? It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I guarantee it. So, technically speaking, should need the Golden Seed because Golden Seed is against the whole concept of no-hit. So I'm probably not going to go with that one. I will, however, go with Cracked Pot. Because Cracked Pot is technically cracked, and that looks pretty good to me. So, first thing I want to do here, change my body type. We're going to go with a mammalian today. Weird dysphoria for 2 seconds here, because I definitely, just changing the body type from A to B, or male to female in this case, I was definitely expecting to get the male template, but the fact that it's still just the female template, but without the tatas, the no boobies, I was like, what? Huh? Who? It kind of freaked me out, at least for 2 seconds. I know, Starburst. Me having plans? What a goofball I am. I don't have plans, I promise. I don't make those. I don't do such a thing like that. Alright. I think, personally, green is the vibe of this character right now. So we're going to go with green. I want it to be a little bit more pale. I'm going to go ahead and change the bone structure at least a little bit here. Don't really know what I just did there, but I sure did it. Hair. Hair is probably incorrect for this character. Actually, you know what I could do? I want to go with Gruntilda. Let's do Gruntilda. I think Gruntilda is definitely the vibe here. Gruntilda... Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. I can't actually remember off the top of my head Gruntilda's hairstyle. I can only tell you she has like a mildly greenish dominatrix kind of vibe. So, I mean, I can't tell you what that means exactly. I really can't tell you what that means exactly. Only that her hair is black, and that she's a problem. All right. Hey, Slash'em, how you doing today, bud? Great to see you. It's technically not tonight, is it? It's technically the afternoon. Buenos tardes, my friends. I got to get my things correct. All right, you know what? I'm not going to really stress this too much. We're going to probably just get a baseline for the character down, and I'm not going to go past that. Super green eyes, awesome, and it's actually less green than I imagine it would be, but okay, fine. Face structure, that's not necessary. A little bit of cosmetics, sure. Let's go ahead and deepen. That is too much eyeliner. That's Slut Tilda, not Gruntilda. There we go. That looks about right. Okay, cool. Cheek color. She definitely has at least a little bit of a flourish there, I believe. So yeah, we can go ahead and get that going. until you get off of work. Look, man, I promise you I'll try to do what I can, but I can't promise you that I'll be on that long today. Technically, we'll probably be on for at least maybe an hour and a half. So we have that going. All right, I promise. All right, there we go. There's a baseline for Gruntilda. I could. Okay, I definitely forgot that I had the male type body going on right now. You know what? I'm gonna leave it as is. Fucking Gruntilda, she's male to female today. Gruntilda's trans. That's the vibe we're going with today. All right. Okay. Cool. Great. Wonderful. That is not how you spell that. There we go. That's fixed. Wonderful. Alrighty, let's get right into it. We got ourselves Gruntilda. We are looking good to go, and we're going to go ahead and see what we can do. Okay? I'm looking forward to this, actually. This will be a fun run. I don't think I've done a full investment in Arcane yet before, which the hard part about this run is that it is literally going to be Arcane only that I level. But the good news is that technically this is a run that we're practicing for no-hit, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to go ahead and state the very, very obvious real quickly here and say that I'm not probably going to do very well again. Hang on here. Did I just recognize that correctly? Okay, I was going to say, I thought they removed bow canceling. Because I definitely just tried to bow cancel with the left hand, but no, I guess that is just a normal thing in this case. Okay, fair enough. Not that deep. Alright, obviously don't really have time for this boss, so I'm just going to ignore them, because, yeah. You know, one thing I've actually just suddenly not thought of? I wonder if no-hitters actually have to fight that boss. Because technically speaking, no matter what you do in that area right there, you die in that area. It is a guaranteed. Unless you technically, like, eat it to the boss, which in that case, then you're technically taking hits. Huh. I don't know. Not even going to really think about it that hard, because that is not technically on the forefront of my mind right now. So. But I hope you're all doing wonderful today. Is it still summer? I think it is still summer for the most part, right? Like, for most of you, it's still technically summer, if I'm not mistaken. Once you start having, like, a full-time job, honestly, that changes, and you start forgetting. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. I've definitely forgotten, like, what the normal school year is at this point, and fair enough is what I would say to that. Because, like, remembering the actual school year is usually what you do when you're actually in a school year. So, you know. Alright, let's see. Did the new patch bring... Nope, still the same. Okay. I was hoping for a new edit to the skulls, but nothing yet so far. So for the most part today, I think we're just going to focus on just kind of getting the motions down for what we're doing for this run. We're not going to really stress everything. We're just going to kind of basically get our gear set up, make sure that we actually have stuff to pretty much make the rest of the run a lot more straightforward and simplistic. So, yeah, there was a new patch that just came out last week, I believe. I can't tell you the patch number, actually, because I've definitely immediately forgotten, but, yeah. There's a new patch. I'm gonna kill these guys just because I can, and also, I mean, smithing stones are important for what they're worth. Alright, still no smithing stones. So to clarify the whole Arcane-only run, I am pretty much bound at this point to only level Arcane. Like, the only stat dump I can do at this point is just Arcane. It's pretty much the plan. So, That being said, also, stupid squirrel. Stole its bones. That being said, it means, one, we do have a little bit of a limitation on what gear we can ultimately use at the end of the day. But two, it does also mean that we also get access to a lot of really good arcane gear. Like, a lot. So, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to kind of play it by ear. And for reference, and this is important because I want to mention it now, for Arcane only, and for the no-hit practice, I'm probably going to say Overworld. Typically, I'm not really going to worry about Overworld too much. We're not going to restart the run if we get hit. That's just not going to happen. But we are going to focus primarily on just kind of doing certain things. Can I get any levels? No, not even. So Arcane in this case, Starburst... that was a weird little moment there. Arcane at this point, Starburst, the main thing it does, if you see on my dagger here, on my Great Knife, the passive effects under it is bleed loss right now. For that bleed loss, when my Arcane starts getting better and better and better, that number technically increases based off of my Arcane stat and also the weapons level stat. Now, it mainly increases off the weapons level stat when I have like a weapon that has a bleed proc technically to it. So like if I added Bloody Slash to this dagger, then its bleed would increase significantly. But that's not the case in this case. So, but yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. It's more like stat buildups. So status effects like poison, rot, bleed, frost. Yeah, that's kind of the whole concept at least. So that's what we're working off of. And in fact, I'm kind of not thinking about doing it right now because it's a little too dangerous, arguably. Maybe I'll go to Fort Height. Maybe I'll go to Fort Height and make that the first stop, because Fort Height I can get the bleed resin, but I can also get myself a very particular and very important Ash of War that'll make a lot of early game a little bit more straightforward for me. So that's probably the plan.
Oi! You there. Could you help us out, Cully?
You know, maybe one of these days I'll do a help us out Cully % run, where I just go out of my way to go help out only Bach. And pretty much the run ends when I've moved him completely through the area and gotten him all the way to Lanedale Capital, and he pretty much decides to go KO himself off of a crystal tier, or a larval tier, my bad. That sounds like a really depressing run, actually, now I'm thinking about it, because it guaranteed always ends in tragedy in this case. Unless, of course, I go for the other ending, but the other ending is technically slower, because then you have to go fight another boss, and you have to go pick up a certain item, and it's like, honestly, it would be easier just to give him a larval tier, for him to just go kill himself. I'm not saying it's a great idea, it's definitely not. I'm just saying one definitely takes less time. So I might be a bastard, alright? I might be a bastard. I don't have a reason to kill. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna kill Kenneth Height today. Yeah, because technically speaking, we shouldn't be going out of our way for more seeds anyways, because, yeah, that's actually just pointless. Okay. Yeah, we're not actually going to kill Kenneth Height for the first time in a Blue Moon. That's kind of weird. Huh. Well, oh. I looked away for 2 seconds there. Actually, that is kind of weird that I'm not going to kill Kenneth Height. Huh. The funniest part is, too, is there was actually cut content for this game where you find somebody... I mean, Kenneth Height, he presents himself in such a way that you're like, okay, this guy is just kind of hiding the fact that he's essentially, like, a classist racist against tarnished folk. But it turns out there is actually a much worse NPC in this game that was cut from the base game. Once you got to Lane Dell, there was supposed to be a nobleman that was essentially like the same vibe. Once he finds out that you're a tarnished, he's like, oh, you should really kind of get out of the city while you still can. Like, get out of here before, you know, that's found out. Or before we decide to take action against it. Like, oh, it's really nice that you actually helped out our capital here, but you're still tarnished. You should really go back to where you belong, is pretty much the exact vibe that the character provided. And it's crazy that they cut him out, because I think it would have been such a... Not a dichotomy, that's the incorrect word for this, but it would have been such an interesting sort of development in terms of like, oh, this is how that is, huh? Ooh, I should go get the poopy I should go get the poopy jars. And to say poopy 3 times just for me to add jars to the sentence, that's really not that great, is it? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and collect this map. I said collect this map. There we go. Alright, this bear is guarding the poopy. There we go. We collected our poopy. Now we can move along. Nice. Alright, so we have some items to buy. We have some items to get. We're going to definitely go around and collect all that we can and all that we need in this case. But it's nothing too important, honestly, as it stands right now. I guess I don't actually need the charged talisman in this case, on this run, because really speaking about it, the charged talisman is technically only important if you're doing a bunch of charged moves. And our whole point in this playthrough is to do a bunch of attacks to get a lot of procs. So, in this case, I'm just going to leave that item alone. Yeah, we're not going to worry about it today. Yes. Pop this real quickly, talk to the merchant. He does sell us some stones, which are important. At least early game important. There we go, beast lore. None of those other ones are really all that important. I will buy these. Yeah, okay, cool. I could technically kill him too, couldn't I? No, that sounds a bit evil. I'm not going to kill him, I promise. Probably. Probably, maybe. I might not kill him. We'll see. Oh, wait. I missed a step here. I really can't be missing this step, actually, because this is important to have. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. And on that note, I'm going to take a sip of my drink here while they sit down. We have to commit many atrocities on this run, I promise you. We're gonna have so much fun committing all the atrocities. Ooh. I might actually show you guys how to do the cheese on the Mimic, too. Not that you even need to cheese a Mimic. It's just, it's a cheese for Mimic, and it's, like, really kind of crazy in of its own right. Like, I really personally like the cheese. Okay, I can definitely make this jump. It's just a bastard and a half to work with. There we go. It actually was not as bad as I initially gave credit for. Alright. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about the other thing I was going to pick up here. I'm just going to move along, and we're going to go ahead and kind of boost through here, because there's important things to be done, and wasting my time is not a good idea. Alright. Didn't get the Knight's aggro. That's a little unfortunate, but I can definitely take advantage of it regardless. So, oh, we accidentally aggroed the... Huh. Sure. I mean, I'll kill him. Oh. Well, fair enough. I guess he gets to stagger through that. That's fine. That's okay. Oh, that's a fucking rat. That is a fucking rat. Of course there'd be a fucking rat. Alright. No, fucking rat. There we go. Alright, cool. Another rat, of course. I shouldn't be surprised. I love how the rats just get to randomly kind of pick and choose when they decide to stagger through things and whatnot. Do I test this theory? No, I really should not have tested the theory, actually. That was kind of stupid on my part. It's really crazy how I promise I dodged. Like, I promise I pressed the button. That wasn't good. Oh, boy, howdy. Well, it's gonna be a run. And it's gonna be learning how to not be a dumbass like that a lot. But we'll kind of work through it as we get there. Alright, so go ahead and bait this on down real quickly. Alright, the big guy drops down. We go ahead and hop up here. Wonderful. That jump looks a lot harder to make than it actually is, for the most part. Fair enough. I didn't want to breathe. I was really, really hoping that these bastards would do their job, but surprisingly, they just chose not to do their job today. It's really crazy how the rats just get to combo me like this. I forgot how bad the rats can be in this game. Also, that man definitely just, like, popped up out of nowhere from the top rope. And here come the rats to be a pain in my ass, of course, naturally, because we love rats. Fucking goddammit. It's really crazy how it's just the rats. Yeah, the rats seriously did choose violence. It's not even a joke. Alright, sir, give me your spine. That is not your spine. Okay, I'll take your front. That's fine. Alright, do it again. Not gonna lie, that was, like, that was so incredibly scuffed as hell. I'm not even gonna joke about that one. That was just scuffed. That was a scuffed performance. Everything here was bad. But, you know what? Whatever. It's done. It's gone and over with. And I guess while I'm here, let me go collect the one final item I technically want. Oh boy howdy, what's he gonna drop me, huh? Ah, it's a leathered straight sword. Who really fucking wanted that, huh? Oh my god, there's multiple old men in here. This is unfortunate for my livelihood. This has been bad. This has been, like, incredibly scuffed and a half. I'm not even gonna joke about it. I mean, I am. Alright. So, that did come with its own batch of totally valid reasons as to why we went here. But for the most part, it was all really bad. And we should have done better. So, you know, there's that. That being said, though, now we can go ahead and go collect our knife real quickly. And we can make it so when we go to fight a particular lad, who's a absolute obnoxious annoyance and a half, we can pretty much make easy work of him. Reasonably. So like I said, we're not going to count open world bullshit because I want to move fast in the open world, but the problem is open world BM usually requires a finite concentrated line of control. And it's not very smart trying to just rush through things when you're not trying to get hit, obviously. There we go, bloody knife. And as you can see, immediately it went from 38 to 57 just by doing that. Alright, let's go ahead and go kill Nergius? Nergius? It's one of those names. He's got a name, I can tell you that much. Also, I can technically level this knife up, I think, a single time right now. Actually, two times. No, incorrect. I am immediately incorrect about that theory. Fair enough. But we have a bloodier knife now, and we're looking a little bit better. And now we have an ability on it that is pretty darn saucy, especially for causing bleeding. So yay for that. So yeah, this is going to be a good start. We're going to beat Nergis into the dirt, and it's going to look good, and yeah. So today I was kind of debating, actually, because I was really kind of ultimately planning on playing more of Ori and the Blind Forest, all things considered. And I do wish I was playing more of that right now, honestly, for what it's worth, because I've been vibing for it. Ah, good for this guy. He gets to dodge it like that. I can drink too, you fucking bastard. You dork. Oh, sir, no. What? I didn't put my brain cells together on that one, did I? I forgot to look at my health bar. I forgot to put 2 and 2 together on that one. Okay, fair enough. Oh, nice, Starburst. No, honestly, I think, and I do want to state this because I definitely, like, I'm 100% vibing with the first one right now. Absolutely. For the speedrunning example that I used, it's more just, like, really nice to get a synopsis of a game. But I'll say this, I have actually done very little research, very little looking into on Ori and the Blind Forest before. This playthrough that we're doing is quite genuinely blind, for the most part. I've maybe seen, like, 2 whole minutes worth of gameplay before? Maybe? Actually, one of that fire grease, that's why I failed. But yeah. No, honestly, I'm just enjoying just being able to play the game and just try it out for the first time, experience things new. So, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Alright, Nergis is going to spawn back in like a dick. And I'm doing this purely to get his damn Reduvia. Alright, come here. I said come here, not stab me in the ass. Notice the difference. It's really crazy how he just gets to get away with this shit. Fair enough. Wouldn't want to breathe anyways. He just, like, is always on my ass about shit, and it does piss me off. This is going poorly. It's going very poorly. You know, it probably doesn't help, actually, now I'm thinking about it, that I also technically went out of my way and chose a class that doesn't really start with a whole lot of health. I started with the class that probably has the second lowest health pool in the game, only followed by, I believe... I believe the Sorcerer, or the Wizard, is the only other class that starts with even less health. Now, granted, that shouldn't make the hugest difference in the world, except it technically also does, but is also technically exactly what we need for a no-hit attempt for practicing. Because now all the bosses are pretty much guaranteed to one-shot me, so instead of getting hit multiple times through one boss just to find an attempt, if I die, I die. Which is technically the reality for any of the no-hits. So, it's really bad, is what I'm trying to say. I'm curious. I'll go for a parry on this guy. I don't really trust myself on parrying him too much, but I'll go for a parry. I'm just scared that he's gonna dagger combo me into nothingness, because he has a really funny habit of just doing that. Oh. Well, I guess he's that easy. Fair enough. Wouldn't want to breathe anyways. Wow, this bastard read me like a book. He read me like a book. Damn, he got off 3 bleed procs in that instant. Good for him. Man, I don't... He's also got at least 5 times my health pool. Oh, God. This will be funny. And by funny, I mean frustrating. Technically, I guess if I really, really wanted to, what I could always do, too, is I could go out of my way and go get exactly what I need to pretty much KO Nijirus as easily as humanly possible. But I'm not going to worry about that. I want this run to be semi-casual, for actual practicing purposes. No, I can't level health at all on this run, Starburst. We're going to be doing Arcane only the entire way through. And that's the only stat we get to level. I want it to be at least a little bit hard. And granted, exactly what I just said makes it at least a little bit hard. Because it pretty much means that the only thing we're going to be super damn good at is proccing things, which in of itself is really good. Procs are really, really good in this game. But it still is probably going to be at least a little bit miserable. Do I have any talismans? No, of course not. That would be stupid. Alright, what's it going to be, Nijirus? What you going to do, buddy? Run up? You bastard. You bastard. Alright, I'll do it again. I think we'll be fine here, honestly. Yeah, I think, honestly, once we get comfortable with everything, we'll be fine here. That's just a guarantee, reasonably. Wow, he really tried to trade with me there, and it just did not work for him. Also, look at that! Yura did something for once. Yay. I can't tell you the number of times Yura just doesn't pull through on that shit, and it is just embarrassing. But anyways, now we have probably one of the better bleed-based weapons in the game. I'm not even lying. They throw this thing right in the first area of the game, and this thing is nutty. Like, it's Ash of War is good. It's got great bleed proc. It's a somber weapon. Like, there's nothing wrong with this thing, pretty much, is what I'm trying to say. So, it's just that good. Like, honestly, I could probably take it into Patch's fight right now, as is, without doing anything, and it'll probably just work. It'll probably just do exactly what it's meant to do, which is fuck him up. And I'm probably going to kill Patches, honestly, but we'll see about that. Mainly because I want Margit's Shackle. Because if I can get Margit's Shackle, then Margit is technically going to be cake, and so on and so forth. So, you know, work in progress, right? Alright, so run on up here. Go ahead and hop on... I said hop on the... Whatever, fine. It's fine. We'll just open up the chest like a normal person for once in a blue moon. You know what? I'm actually going to insult him even further by wearing the clothes. Fuck it. Oh my god, okay, never mind. These are ugly as hell. I forgot. Alright, let's go ahead and bait Patches real quickly. And we're gonna stab him in the asshole. And we're gonna go ahead and bleed. Yeah, look at that bleed proc. It's just juicy already. The poor bastard. He doesn't know. He's not getting to breathe today. No. We don't allow that here. No, 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 no. No breathing. Alright, there we go. Patches dead as a doornail, and hey, we didn't get hit. Yay! Look at that. The first time. Okay. So from there, we're going to probably go start collecting ourselves some stones and whatnot and start getting ourselves nice and busty thickums. But we're also probably going to go get ourselves warped real quickly because getting to Caelid is not urgent, but it is nice. Caelid is really important because there's easily 4 or 5 different proc weapons that exist in Caelid, and they're really good. They're just really good. It's also another way for us to get to a bunch of proc weapons, because the fact of the matter is that stuff is important. So. But yeah, so. But folks, I do want to go ahead and ask, and if you can, that's always appreciated. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's a great way to help me out, and honestly, if you're enjoying the content, or you want to see more of this run in the future, I mean, what can I say? It's the best way to let me know if you're enjoying it. Fucking rats. That does nothing to them. Why does it do so little? I'm actually confused why the Reduvius slash does so little to them. Why does that do more to them? What the hell? I'm so confused right now. Oh my god, rats. Fucking rats. Jesus Christ, I forgot how bad rats can be in this game. I've been reminded. It's really crazy how I definitely didn't even think about how annoying this shit is gonna be, and then I decided to put on there the fact that I also am doing no-hit practice, and it's just miserable, let's be realistic. I think there's a way to technically do this without actually getting hit or killing the rats, and for some reason I decided to go with option C, which was none of the above. Why I did that, you can ask me later, but for right now, just enjoy the run, alright, okay, alright. Just chill out, have fun. That was really bad, though. I'm not even going to joke around about that one. There's more stones in this cave, but I'm not going to stress it out right now. We're here for one reason, and that's just to get through it. Trying to think of where I need to go get my smithies 1 through 4s without going to see EG. Because I know if I go see EG, I can easily get all 1 through 4s. And there's also a somber 5 right outside of this cave. But I'm also trying to work around that fact. So I think we'll probably try out an abundance of different arcane-based builds on this run. We'll probably mix it up at least a little bit. Not necessarily lock ourselves into just the Reduvia or just Moog's Spear, stuff like that. We'll probably see what all we can do. I imagine everybody's OG personal favorite, the Rivers of Blood, is going to make its way into the run at least once. Which, funny enough, I'm pretty confident. It's really crazy how they started that attack, and I just happened to run into it later. Huh. Weird. Fuck this game. Alright. Well, now that I have that, now I'm gonna go ahead and actually go make my way up towards, Fort Faroth? Yeah, Fort Faroth. It's funny, though. In a not-so-funny way. Honestly. The number of times I get goofed on in this game is a lot. I would say as it stands right now, it's currently, in my time at least, it's 6:52 for me. I would say we probably have another half hour, roughly, before we probably call it quits for the day, all things considered. So, roughly a half an hour, all things considered. God, this jump is hard. This jump is hard. I forget every single time how damn hard this jump is. Because you end up having Torrent pretty much spasm out every single time you do this. Or Torrent doesn't make the angles correctly, and it's, like, annoying as shit. Also, fun fact, if you ever want to do this for the speedrun purpose, yeah, this is exactly what they do for the speedrun right now, and it's exactly as annoying as it looks. Actually, funny enough, I was not planning on getting that so quickly. I was definitely expecting to stick around there for at least 5-10 minutes, possibly, depending. So, the fact that we got it like that is, kind of not normal. I'm also still going up the rock side slowly here, but we got it. We got it. I got it a lot easier than I thought I would, so yay for that. Alright. So now we're gonna go see everybody's favorite dying bitch, Millicent, and we're gonna go say hi. Hi, you stupid dummy. You're dying. That's funny. Goofball. And I'm also gonna probably go pick myself up some extra gear here while I'm in this area. I might see about taking on Radahn sooner than later. We'll see. Yeah, we might take on Radahn at an earlier point than what I would consider technically normal. Because right now, as it stands, I need to go over to that side over there on the west. And I need to go see a very particular cave system, because that cave system has a very... Oh god. Okay, well they're gonna just gun me down. Fair enough. Fair enough, didn't want to live anyways. Breathing cringe. Alright, there we go. Oh, but I want my runes. This was not the best planning in the world. This was not the best planning in the world. You know what? It's okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna breathe. Not great. There we go. Oh, well that is collision, and that is unfortunate. Okay. I'm trying to think of how early I can go get myself the Rot Dagger. Because one of the big things I want to pick up on this run is probably the Rot Gear. Because there's some really good Rot weapons in this game. And I actually really, really love most of them, personally speaking. But one of the big tasks on that end is going to be killing Radahn. Which I'm hoping we can do reasonably without having to worry about it too much. But we'll have to see. Ah, God, I could probably... Yeah, you know what, I'm going to try and speedrun killing Radahn. We'll speedrun killing Radahn as quickly as we can, so I'm probably going to figure out, like, what I need to get the gear going for that. Okay, so I have no... I need to go pick up poison arrows, probably. One of the things that's going to be important for killing Radahn early is poison arrows, especially on a proc build. That is going to be nice. So poison arrows, I would probably go pick up the materials to go make rot arrows. And I'll probably also go pick up the gauntlets to pretty much do poison procking as well, because that'll be nice. I want the run to kind of be more focused around not pure damage, in this case, but I want it to be more focused around, like, proccing for the most part. Because I think procs in this game are really, really, really good on most bosses. I think, honestly, one of the only bosses in this game that proccing is just an absolute null void point is the gargoyles, and then, of course, the final boss of the game, which is Elden Beast. But it's not that deep. It's not that important. We can make it happen. Please don't bite me through the wall, dog. Thank you. Haha. Oh, right. Fuck, Melania. I forgot about her. Or Melanum, my bad.
If you it seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering plate. Burn at my hand.
Alright, take me to the table. Now, on that note, I'm going to take a quick drink, folks. Oh, weird. Oh, I'm sorry, Starburst. I just looked at chat for a second here, and I just realized that I'm looking at it, and I'm not actually seeing... What am I drinking today? Technically a little bit better, but I am drinking a... I'm drinking Dr. Pepper mixed with Jack, and it's good. It's good, honestly. It's just a slightly more syrupy version of like a Jack and Coke, honestly, realistically. So... Anywho, the first time we get to level up, let's go ahead and do some leveling. There we go, look at that. Our Arcane increases. Yeah, sucky part about this build is that at no point are any of our points going to increase our total health value at all. Technically, this is also good, granted, because we won't ever have to think about, like, hey, are we going to get more health? Are we going to have enough health to beat the boss? Because, fun fact, it's always going to be just get good. So, it's actually always going to be just get good. And that is kind of funny in its own right. Alright, let's go back and see the merchant real quickly. We're going to go buy ourselves some poison arrows, get that set up, so that way Radon is at least a little bit more cakeable. No talisman still, fair enough. What do I have here? That's not going to be enough to purchase mini. No, not even close. I'll see what I can buy off of this much, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. Probably, yeah, 23 arrows, that's not really much. Okay, fair enough. Alright, well, you know what? That's still 23 arrows at the end of the day, and I'm gonna kill probably at least a couple sheep just to go ahead and get some bones going. I probably should pick a safer location to kill sheep, all things considered. Yeah, exactly the reason why I should pick a safer location. Ah. I'm thinking about it right now, and whether or not I should just go see Radon and see what happens. I'm thinking I might just go see Radon and see what happens. I'm probably going to go ahead and take this bleed dagger real quickly and turn it into a normal dagger again. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the dagger and turn it back into a normal. For a very particular reason. On the normal dagger, we're probably going to apply some rot to it, so... Actually, fun fact, Axolotl, I, over this last year, I've taken on some bartending, roughly. I've actually been working on a lot of concoction making and whatnot. I have some really fun stuff that I've actually made for drinking purposes. So yeah, I guess you could say I do, in fact, do a little bit of that. But this right here, I'm not even going to joke about it. This is lazy. This is me being lazy right here. This drink is definitely just a combination that I threw together because I was like, I don't care right now. So, yeah. This one, entirely just me being lazy. Oh, that may not work. Oh, it surprisingly worked. That's wild. I definitely didn't see that one working. But yeah. No, this is just me, by definition, being lazy as hell. Alright, there we go. We have roughly everything we need to go ahead and start the fight. Let's see what happens here. This could go very poorly. Mainly because one hit from Radon and we're toast. We're just dead. Jesus Christ, I don't know why I rolled so poorly there. That was bad. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'll send some pictures over chat sometime. I try not to talk about it too much just because it's one of those things of like, hey, there's a solid chance a certain level of my audience is technically probably not exactly over the drinking age. But yeah, no, I'd be happy to share and kind of show what I have going on. Most of it has been all D&D inspired for the most part so far. So, like, I've mainly been making drinks that are pretty much centered around the concept of, like, D&D concepts, whatnot like that. It's been a lot of fun, actually. I've been having so much fun doing D&D drinks. There we go. My big man is already stinky. Go ahead and rot up my dagger real quickly. That's unfortunate. But yeah, that's probably exactly what we're going to expect for this fight for the most part. Ah, damn, that sucks that I already wasted the rot on that one. But it is what it is. Yeah. No, I mean, I got one. I'm actually pretty proud of this one. I got one that I just recently made. And one of the things, I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but it's called Luster Dust, pretty much. And it's kind of reliant on using Luster Dust to make the drink, like, generally more just gorgeous. But it's pretty much just what I would call a potion. It's like a health potion is pretty much what it is. And it's a lot of fun. And the drink itself is surprisingly good, too. So, yeah, nice little extra fun on top of that. Alright, stop here. That's really unfortunate that he would do all that dicking down on me. I gotta work on it. We could probably do this boss fight right now. Technically speaking, I would make my life easier if I went and got literally anything to make my life easier, but oh well. I could definitely shoot you over the recipe, at least when I have a chance to here, for sure. It is genuinely, like, a really good drink, though. I can definitely say that much. I also have another one that's named after the dubious food that you get from Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. And that one, it looks... it looks disgusting. I won't even Jones on that one. But it is really good, actually. It is insanely good. There we go. We got our stinky proc. Okay. Please give me good RNG. That's poor RNG, you big turd. I'm actually surprised I lived anything. Yeah, I was gonna say, I definitely should not have lived literally anything from this guy, but, you know, whatever. This might be stupid to do right now, actually, I'm not gonna lie. This might be really bad. I'll give it a handful more of attempts, just because, why not? And I am technically looking for more practice on bosses. So this is a nice way to kind of look at this, and just kind of get an idea of what I'm working off of. I think the other thing, too, is I'm technically approaching the boss differently than what I would normally consider to be, like, hey, this is what I would normally do for the fight. The start here, that I'm doing right here, this is normal. This right here, normal. But the rest of it, I'm kind of doing it a little bit weird, so. I also have no buffing right now, which is weird. Alright, there we go, starting off with just my daggers. I'm gonna go right for dual-wielding strats. Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair. That's, like, so deserved. Yeah, no, Luster Dust is like a game changer when you want to make your drinks look just that much more. It is so nice, actually. It definitely, you could look at it glass half full, glass half empty kind of deal. But I would say, for the most part, it makes your drinks look amazing. And not at all. You don't have to do this boss first, do you? No, I do not. I am just simply tormenting myself because I have a really bad case of masochism. And I also figured, hey, this boss is really susceptible to, like, all forms of proccing. So I was like, hey, why not? It's really sucky, though, that I'm missing all the roll timing right now. And that is on me. I think I'm just throwing myself at it right now because I can. It's one of those things of like, hey, I've kind of gone out of my way to go here. Why not? This is definitely a harder boss. Well, not harder boss, but like, it is a more scaled and more aggressive and difficult boss as a whole. But I am trying to kind of get some experience down for the most part, because if I can't beat the boss right now as is, then I don't know. I want to be able to say that I am no-hitting a boss off of skill alone, as opposed to it just being like, hey, I beat the boss because... As you can see, those bleed procs do go a little bit crazy, though. I definitely attempted the roll there, but I think I was, unfortunately, a little too greedy on my attacks. So, I mean, hey, like I said, better attempt. That was good. And the other thing, too, is like I said before, because of the fact that the boss kills me with pretty much one hit on everything, I get to just kind of test this out. Thanks, Axolotl. I appreciate it. And hey, I mean, honestly, if I personally had to talk about myself in terms of my ranking, I would say I'm good, but I definitely still have a lot to learn overall. Like, obviously, there's certain things where it's like, hey, I kind of have certain things balanced out pretty darn well. But there's obviously certain things on this fight in every game where it's just like, okay, well, I could be doing better here. Like that right there. That right there, I should have probably known a little bit better, like, hey, don't trust this attack. But I did. And it was stupid. It was very, very stupid that I trusted anything from this boss. But that is what it is. I'm going to probably give it a handful more of attempts before we go ahead and probably call it for the day. And I'm probably going to say on this note that while this is what's going on right now, we'll probably come back to this and say, you know what, we're going to probably go get the gear that we need to make this reasonable. Which is really, honestly, just upgrading this damn Reduvia up to a +5. It's really just that straightforward. Because, like, the Reduvia at a +2, at a +3, at a +4, the scaling on somber weapons is nutty. Like, honestly. It is so much better than, like, any other weapon class. That was a bad roll. That was a really bad roll. Could have been better. Alrighty, folks. I will be right back. I will be right back. Nah. I wouldn't worry about it, Axolotl. I have to be able to balance these things out, and the fact of the matter is like, don't worry about telling me not to talk or not talk, or to talk. Trust me. We'll get there in due time. It's just going to take a little bit more effort, and it's just going to take a little bit of time with it and everything. And, I mean, honestly, it's a good balance. It's a good balance. Because the fact of the matter is I want to get to a point to where I'm playing this out to where it's just second nature, you know? And technically speaking, I'm actually making this so much harder on myself right now just by not doing anything that would actually make this easier for myself. Uh-huh. There we go. Stupid boss is going for the big attacks. That's super unfortunate. Alright, well look, I'm going to take 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Just wait here for a moment, and it shouldn't take long. Oh, Axolotl, did you just realize the heart? Because I think that's exactly what you're talking about right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah, it is massive. It is genuinely like way larger than you really should ever expect it to be. You know what? Tell you what. If I fail to boss this next time here, I'm gonna go ahead and go take it to Margit after we go pick up his thing. And once we pick up his thing, we'll run Margit. All right. We'll run Margit for a minute. Go ahead and test his ass out and see what happens there. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. By the way, again, Reduvia. Also, that was just awful. That was so bad. I'm gonna run it back. That was bad. That was so bad. That didn't even deserve love. That was bad. I'm gonna give him one run back. Alright. Trying to think of where I actually need to go pick up a Somber 1 and 2. Also, my camera is being kind of annoying. Let me see if I can fix that real quickly. Camera! Is this just normal camera function? Huh. I guess it is? Also, fun fact, Radon just completely doesn't start activating until you go back towards him. So you really just get to sit there and do whatever the hell you want until you decide that you're ready to go fight him. Have I ever tried cacti? I can't say I have. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't think I ever have tried cacti. And I can't really tell you an example of me getting close to trying cacti in this case. Well, yeah, no, I assumed you meant cactus in this case, axolotl. I just can't really tell you off the top of my head if I've ever tried that before. Tell you what we could go do real quickly. And this would make this really fucking cheap. Like, really fucking cheap. But tell you what, I'm gonna do it anyways because I like the bleedy bleeds and we like the procky procs. So I'm just gonna do it real quickly because I totally can. We're just gonna kill the dragon. I could also probably go after... You know what? I'll take the first proc right there, but I'm gonna go after his gremlins real quickly. Oh, I'm actually very surprised I got any staggers there. Right, I forgot those wing attacks are actually bullshit. My bad. I'll go after the small ones first. Just to go ahead and kind of get a ball rolling on that. But like, the amount of runes you get from killing Grail here is a lot. like a literal lot, and I'm gonna go ahead and make that happen because it is just it's stupid not to do it, pretty much. Because they literally start off with less health than they technically should in the first place. And it's very good for you. There we go. Big attack. There we go. There's the first one down. And it's also, in of itself, it just basically gets you more runes, more or less. Well, technically no, it doesn't, because each dragon dies for their own value. It's really technically just a little bit faster to kill them on their own. There we go. Another one down. We'll probably finish it off after the third dragon, I imagine. I say that as I see both of those right there, and I'm just like, nah, you know what, nah. Nah. We're just going to go to the other side real quickly. Technically speaking, this would also be a really good late-game farm, all things considered, because if you're really looking at it, each of these dragons is worth a literal 1.5 tons of runes for what it's worth, and that's really good. Alright, come on, big guy. It's technically better to just go into the thighs at that point, as opposed to actually just chilling where you were gonna chill. There we go. There we go. Wow, that was a lot and a half. Oh! Well, fair enough. That killed me. I could, technically speaking, go after that dragon. You're exactly right. And that would be a boss. You know what? Sure. Why don't I go after that one real quickly? I'm going to go ahead and kill this one in just a couple of seconds here. There we go. Big staggerinos. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we go after that dragon real quickly, see what we can do with it. Worst case, we fail. And we have runes regardless at this point, so we're good on that, at least. So, I was going to go ahead and take Grail's life, but I think we'll go ahead and hold off on that for now. I would say let me try and take this Rot Avatar's life, but the fact of the matter is that the Rot Avatar is a bastard and a half, and they don't have any procs other than Frost, if I'm not mistaken. Which is weird, kind of. But also, like... yeah, thank God. I wouldn't say it would be too hard in this case, Axolotl. I would just say that it'd be a challenge. And it could be fun. It could be a fun challenge. It could potentially go very, very smoothly. It could potentially go very, very poorly. It just depends on how the dragon acts, really. Dragons aren't really that hard in this game, all things considered. I would actually say dragons in this game are probably... like, of the Soulsborne dragons, these have probably got to be some of the easiest dragons of the lot, actually. Like, really, genuinely just... the easiest of the lot. But they are fun. Not to downplay them, I think they are pretty fun. But we'll see if we can get through this. I think this is Grail, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, cue the bullshit. Alright, here we go. He bleeds, and that's good news. Only problem is he also breathes fire. Wow, he gave up early there. Huh. You know what? I think we can handle this. I know we've only gotten one proc off so far, and that's definitely not a lot in the scheme of things. Oof. Really? Another flying? Immediately? What a dick. Well, that's unfortunate. He'd be the worst dragon ever if he couldn't breathe fire. You're definitely right about that, but... well, you know, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes the exact opposite direction. That's the unfortunate part about fighting a dragon with not very leveled gear. I could technically benefit, I guess, if I were to put bleed back on my second dagger, because right now my second dagger is only putting out a bleed proc of 38 every single time I slash with it. Which I don't really know the calculations in this case of what the every slash is. I think it isn't exactly what you think it is, at least in this game. But it's a work and a half, you know? I think it's fine. It's okay. It's honestly, it's worth the effort, and it's worth the knowledge at least. Because I am learning about the game again. And I think one of my favorite things is I get to learn about the game every time we do playthroughs like this, where I'm not really accustomed to what I'm working with. It's nice. I don't have a lot of gear going on right now. I'm just kind of dicking around, honestly. That makes literally so much sense that he just go right into breathing fire. Alright, well, he's flying away like a dick. This has not been a great start. All things considered, he has not breathed fire a single time so far, and that is unfortunate. Also, why did that kill me? Well, tell you what. This may be something we have to solve on a different day. We'll see. But for right now, I'm going to go collect the runes that I had gained off of the boss. And I'm going to go ahead and go spend them on something important real quickly, and we're going to go see if we can at least kill Margit. Because I think we should be more than likely able to kill Margit at least right now, with our current standing in gear. It's not that deep of an issue. We can definitely do it, I think. So. And I'm collecting these Fulgur Blooms real quickly because, well, they actually do matter. At least on this playthrough. So, yeah. Knowing my cocky ass, I'm probably going to end up trying to kill the boss again. But tell you what, I'll actually make an attempt. I'll run past the boss, and I will not go for what I would normally do, which is being absolutely goofy stupid. Surprised I didn't die there, actually. Funny fact. Because I was definitely expecting the boss to actually slam jam the shit out of me, and that just didn't happen. So, yay for that. Yay. Alright, get that. Sit down, deactivate the boss. Lost Grace, here we come. Let's go get ourselves the Margit Shackle, and then we're going to go fry the schniznit out of Margit. More than likely. Bleed proc in this game is pretty darn spicy, so this should be good. There we go. Offer the batches. The batches of patches. Go ahead and collect that. Collect these. Those are going to be important for leveling further. And I think that's really all we technically need from Patch's shop right now. Yeah, nice. Everything else is kind of technically secondary or unimportant. Ooh, actually, I did just realize there is one important thing I need to buy here. That is important for a very particular reason. We're going to actually go talk to everybody's favorite sadist, because he's definitely a sadist. We're going to go talk to Mr. Vare real quickly and make sure that he warps later. Oh, Axolotl. Hey, it's fun. It's good content. It's a good time. I personally had a great time fighting them anyways. I think I actually said the wrong thing to him. Whatever. It's fine. We'll get to that eventually. I think technically as long as we don't answer his next question wrong, we're good. There we go. Go ahead and get the Margit Shackle out because we are going to need that at one point or another here. I guess we don't need it, personally speaking, but it makes fighting Margit just an absolute cakewalk. And I would like to have the ability to have some kind of cakewalk, at least once or twice. So, you know, it's nice. It also is just a surprisingly useful item, because the Margit Shackle, for no apparent reason, it just does unnaturally cool things, honestly. It really, really does, actually. It's really cool. Oh, I don't have the crafting pouch yet. Whoops. That's dumb. Well, I guess I need to make sure I need to go get that from Kale at one point or another here. But for right now, we're just gonna go book it from. We're gonna go book it from Margit. Why not? We have our daggers and everything. We're looking good. This should be. This should be easy, even at a +1 or +0 weapons. So this should be fine. Do I have enough to level it all? I wonder. Yes, I do. Perfect. All right, let's get some more Arcane going. We're already at 20 Arcane. That's nice. All right, cue the market fight. I'm going to save my shackling for the second phase, I think, because first phase is relatively straightforward. That was an accident. Oh, interesting. I just realized a certain mechanic of this. Although, wait, is it something to do with the fact that, like, he can only do it... Huh. This has been really bad so far. That was bad. Played a little bit of this game with a friend before, but didn't see a whole lot. I mean, I would definitely say it's at least try it at least once on your own, just to see if you like it. Ultimately, I actually had no idea that the Margaret Shackle only works on first phase. I did not realize that at all. I literally never use this item. Like, genuinely never. That's kind of unfortunate, because I definitely thought that would bait out a different attack, but okay. Oh, I thought it was 3. Oh, weird. Huh. Alright. Well, that was bad. Just gonna reset it anyways, because at this point, it was bad. It was, like, really bad, so I'd much rather reset the fight. Plus, now that I understand the Margaret Shackle's, well, properties, I guess, a little bit better, which, to be fair, probably should have known that by now, but, like... The fact of the matter is I just don't end up using items like that. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Fuck me. God, that is the three-piece combo that always wins. It's really unfortunate. You know what? I'm just gonna... It's unfortunate when that hits, because it does always hit. Like, I so rarely ever escape that three-piece combo right there, because it just... You could dodge the first one, you can dodge the second one, but, like, the third one always comes out way too fast. Motherfucker. This bastard keeps getting hits on me that I just really wish he wouldn't. The funny part is I think part of it is the fact that I'm trying to use special items. Honestly, just hitting him with this Ash of War is more than enough. Alright, he's gonna leap at me. Awesome. We rock around him. Go ahead and Blood Slash. Roll the attack. Blood Slash again. It's been really bad, actually. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This has been a bad attempt in every single way. We need to start getting it down to a science at this point of roughly when it's no longer... I'm not making silly, stupid mistakes. Because the thing is if I was looking at this from weapons that I could reasonably see this going through with, this wouldn't really be as much of an issue. Now granted, part of the issue is the fact that I'm using weapons that I'm not comfortable with, I guess. But that is what it is, you know? It's like, I can't necessarily rely off one category of weapon the entire time. Fuck you, Margit. Roll the attack, he's gonna leap. We roll that attack, then we sidestep that. Roll that attack, sidestep it. This is better. This has been better. Yeah, honestly, the daggers are different for sure. I can't lie, that wasn't great. That was not amazing. It should have been a lot better than that, but you know what? It is what it is for right now, and it'll probably get better with time, but at least for right now, it is what it is. So, anyways, that is 27 Arcane that we now have, and also, to show the properties of it, 54 in our Reduvia, 38 in our Great Knife, which unfortunately that doesn't show anything very well, but it also technically applies to how much damage is actually done off of the proc in this case. So, yeah. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave things off here for right now, folks. We are officially about at that time, but I hope you had a wonderful time with me here tonight. I hope you had a wonderful day. And I hope you take wonderful care of yourselves for the rest of the night. I know it's early, but thank you for showing up. I really greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all on a different day. If you liked what you saw here today and you want to catch the rest of this run at a different time, or if for some reason you want to catch our Ori and the Blind Forest literal blind playthrough, because I have never played the game before, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It means a ton and a half to me, tells me a whole lot, makes me feel real good, and I'm sure you'd like to feel good too. So, thank you all for being here, and I'll catch you later, okay? Bye.